Let's go ahead and make a group policy. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, so now just a moment. Checked everything done. Policies are submitted. Hmm, where are my policies? Just a moment. Think it may be already configured. Just let me check if like the policies are already configured in it. Nope, it's not configured in it. Uh, all right. Hmm, hmm. Okay. So I just checked it out. It was like I didn't have to go ahead and go do a policy in this. This policy is actually a different one compared to what we actually I just had to give the policy name, which is going to be mapping with the ASA, and we have to create a policy onto the ASA rather than putting up into ICE for this. So let's go ahead and give the policy name as group policy underscore sales. Now this has to be the same as it should be into the ASA as well. So just be careful about it because it's case sensitive. And then basically go ahead and into the select into the advanced attributes settings. Let's go click this and select radius there. You can also go ahead and type radius. It's case sensitive rather than that. No, here you go. Radius. Into the radius, there has to be framed IP addresses. Okay. So just go onto the F framed, then IP addresses, then select 8, and this is the attribute we need to select in that way. And into this, then you actually have to give 172.16.1.2 for the finance for the sales one, and then click OK, submit. The authorization policies for sales auth is already ready for it. Now we're gonna go and click for the finance. Now in finance, auth, same steps. You go select DSEL, select that, select finance, go down, ASA VPN. Into the group policies, just go and click and type finance there in small letters, and then basically go into the advanced attribute settings and go and select radius again. Then basically they're going to be framed IP addresses. Go on to F, framed IP address, give a name of the IP address as 192.168, sorry, 172.16.1.12. Okay, and then click submit. So the finance is also ready. Let's go ahead and back to the ASA. Where's my ASA? Yeah, here you go. So now ASA, like in this, we actually just go and see if there is any policies already created there. So if I go and go running config, group policy, I can see there are two policies already created, which is group policy underscore finance, as well as the group policy underscore sales. Okay, so this policy I was trying to call, and I got confused about if it is was the group policies was into the policies of ICE. I was trying to find the answers, but I got it into this ASA, and it's basically where we actually have to check. Now we're gonna make policies for on the ICE for this. So just go and click policy set. Now in the policy set, go into the default, click next. You will be getting authentication policies. Okay, so first go into the authentication policy. There's already some policies added, MAB, .1x, and it's all selected on all internal points and all this thing, right? Now you actually go and click on plus sign here next to status, because we need to create one for active AnyConnect. So just go ahead and give name AnyConnect and click plus here, the next to it. Now onto the this is your conditional studios where basically you'll be setting up some conditions. It actually is kind of like a chess game. You know how to select what's the right condition, what's the right scenario for you, and then give you the basically all your policies will be working accordingly. So as we have a radius server involved in this, we're gonna go and select radius in this. Let me just go ahead and select the identity store. Click radius, and then select the NAS IP address, right? So let me just go ahead and select radius. Radius NAS IP address. This is the one which we needed. It's usually going to be into this like addresses kind of a thing. So just go and select, and it will actually save you a lot of time for this instead of finding one. Then go and give the IP address 150.1.7.53, which is going to be your ASA. So once you give the IP address for ASA, click use. Okay, so this condition is involved. Now, once this condition is there, you actually have to go and select the internal points as AD. Remember the sequence we created and we added CCIE as well as the internal users there. So AD is the identity sequence which we need to add here. Okay. So once that is done, then we actually once the authentication parameter for ICE is done, the second step is for the authorization. So you go into the authorizations, you first create for sales. Okay. So let's go ahead and type any connect. Sales, and then click add. Now, first of all, there's going to be two conditions, actually more than two conditions here. The first one is going to be your the address. Again, it's going to be NAS IP address. It's going to be your 150.1.7.53. Then it's going to be and. Okay, so basically, if I go and give a condition and here, and then I'll be giving just remove this one. This is how it has to be. Then basically I'll go and click a new. This is going to be into ports. Okay, this is we actually have to give a port. So for that, we're going to go and select a radius NAS port type. Okay, so the NAS port type, and this here we're going to go and select a virtual port. Okay, so because my PC is a virtual a PC, so that's the reason I'm selecting a virtual here. Into the exams, you can actually do the same thing. Of course, it's going to be a virtual PC rather than a real PC. So you can select that, and then go and create a new. Then here in this, you actually have to select the accounts, right? So basically for that, you actually go into the identity services, uh, click the internal user identity group. So click internal user identity group, and then go ahead and select the all accounts. Okay, all accounts default. So once this is done, now the only parameter we need is has to be the user, right? So the user should be there. So actually go ahead, select subject. You will be getting your a user somewhere created here. Okay, so you actually go and select the username and radius. Go ahead and give the attribute, and this you actually have to type this attribute. Okay, so sales user one, what we created earlier, sales user one. Once the parameters are set, just go ahead and as use. Okay, and in this profile, this is where we actually made the profile into the results. go select sales auth there, and then basically like we actually have to do the same thing for finance as well, right? So like there's two ways to do it. Again, you can actually use it on a new way. But we can actually do is like since the parameter is going to be same, just the username is going to be different, as well as the nothing else. So like it's easy to do it. We're gonna go click this setting button and then duplicate above. Now we're gonna just go and change the name of this. In exams, just try to make sure that you save time as far as possible. Okay, finance. Okay, and then I'm gonna go click the conditions studio again. Now here I actually have all the rest things are same. It's just the finance user is gonna be like changing instead of the sales. Okay, so FINANCE finance. Once this is done, select use. So thereby you have created both of the things. Now in like sales auth, we don't need a sales auth there. We need finance auth here. Okay, once this is done, we are not going to select anything into the security groups. Okay, that's like for the authorization, it is not needed. So this is done. Gonna go and select like then go up above and click save there. The policies are gonna be made like in that way. Okay, now comes the big part. Like let's go ahead at the finance and the sales PC. Let's go ahead into the sales PC. Oh, just a moment. I'll just retry my connection there. I just got disconnected from my VPN. Okay. So my SSL VPN is like having some issues. I am able to get that SSL VPN page, but when I'm checking with this password, I think I have to go and check on to what I created for it. So let me just go ahead and check it out on my PC management PCs. Okay. CISC 0123. CISC 0123. Save this here. Set to one of the three earlier passwords. Okay, let's go ahead and change that to Cisco other at 123. Cisco other at 123. Now I'm gonna go on to the sales part. Sales user one. My login is failing. I'm missing something. Mm,
I think the source sequence is wrong.
yes, I think the same. I think the sequence is wrong.
Yeah, I think the one that you created was named CC something. You put ED.
Into the ASDM you're talking about?
No, here in the source sequence, you created one called CCE, and here in the policies, the source sequence you put it as AD in the authentication policy.
Yeah, that is right, right? Because actually, I have created an AD1. Like if I show you here into the, uh, the external ones as well as the internal identity store sequence. Just a moment. I created a CCIE as a Active Directory external identity source. And then what I did, I called it into the identity store sequences in AD. So when I go
Okay,
into
yeah.
AD, then I actually called that CCIE as well as the internal users.
Okay,
So
yeah, so
as of
that's fine.
now, yeah, so that's how it's supposed to be. But like I'm still getting a problem into the let's go ahead and see into the operations what's going on to the logs. Hey, my sales user got authenticated here, man. Like it's actually like, but my sales user is getting authenticated and it's actually coming into as finance auth. Why is like that? Something into the like sales and finance problems. Okay, I think that's
I think the authorization profile is wrong.
authentication profile.
Now the authorization profile in the results here, you
Authorization
have finance
profile.
for the sales and
Oh,
sales for
okay,
finance.
okay, okay, okay. But I have selected that in a proper way. I don't know why it is like that. Okay, sales for this and finance. I think I had selected in a proper way. I don't know why it actually got messed up in this one. I think that was the reason I was not able to get that. Let's go ahead and save this and just verify it once again. For sales, it is sales now, and for finance, it is finance. Sales, SALES, user one. Okay. I think now we should be able to get that in a proper way. Let's see. For sales, SALES, user one, CISCO, other at 123. Yep, we got that thing proper. Thanks for your help, man. Like, it was kind of a lifesaver for me now. So, like, I can see that I can actually get a AnyConnect VPN there. In exam, if this is like happening, it's like a kind of a time waster for everybody. It's like it's going to be time waster for you, and like be careful about this. Okay, like what I did was actually a messed up thing in like my place, and like it's basically like it actually wasted a time for us. So once the like AnyConnect is actually downloaded, we're gonna install that and gonna like then start with it. It might ask you that it is a virus or something because it's a Google Chrome file. It's actually going to block or something. So just go ahead, right click and keep the file. Okay, like if something happens like that way. On finish it up. See, it actually is blocking you. So just go ahead and keep the file. Go ahead and open that. So installation is done, almost done. So we're going to start with the AnyConnect VPN now. Yeah, here it is. AnyConnect mobility connect client. And here we're going to set the ASA. I think I might not do the ASA because the DNS is actually an issue for it. So like I'm gonna go and do it for the IP address, which I used it, 5.2.10.1. Let's see if we're able to connect that. It should be because like I was able to get the page, right? So it got authenticated there. So it should be like we get the IP address to be connected in that way. Yep. So now I'll go and change settings here. Block connection to the untrusted users. I'll be blocking that. I'll be actually intaking that. And click back. So next time when I connect again, I think I'll be getting a different prompt. Connect anyway. Now I have to select my group, sales group, sales, user one, uh, password CISC or Cisco @123 C capital. Good sign that I'm checking for a profile updates, which means it's like it's gonna get connected anyhow. Have been completed. activating VPN adapter. This is one thing, and like okay, we got the connection up, which is like we completed one task, which is like going to be very helpful for us. Let's go into the route details. Yes, you can see that 192.16.1.1 is downloaded, 172.16.1.0 is downloaded, 231 and 200 is also downloaded, which means that I am connected to the VPN, which is basically like you know like what we setting up for this. So now let's go on to the like to verify this. We can go ahead on ASA 1V and show VPN session DB. You can see that I can see that there's a like one connection there. Cumulative is like one again, which shows that like things are proper. That the inactive session is two, cumulative is two for this. Then let's go ahead and do a command VPN SES DB logs of all. Let's go ahead and do the session DB again. Okay, now let's see like if I'm able to go into the sales and like let's do an NS lookup again. Okay, clearly the DNS is not there for us. Uh, or my DNS IP address is off. Okay, my server got off. I know there's some problem with my server, which is like it's actually kind of like giving it up. I guess something issues with my um, image, I guess, because I have sufficient enough like settings for it. Okay, so we can, I think it's almost time for the lab to get over for it. So the second session is going to be continuing the same lab, and we're going to do the like this section is actually done for us. And now we're going to start with this section onto the next week. The next lecture is going to be on 26th of the Saturday. It's going to be on 26th of July, same time, which is going to be like from 2 to 4. And we're going to configure like these kind of like sections, which is basically the ASAs. This one is going to be active, and they're going to be having some configurations on the switches. The servers are going to like the finance PCs as well as the sales PC will be connecting to the finance servers and the sales servers respectively. The like we're gonna of course start with the FTDs as well. Like we're gonna add those FTDs into FMCs as well. Okay, so like that's where we're gonna do it. I think like it should be helpful to you guys into the labs. Uh, just remember this one thing that the topology which I have created is basically kind of like almost similar to what it's in the real lab, and the scenarios I'm going to create, it's actually kind of like the real scenarios, which is going to be like into your real life as well as into your lab exam as well. So just cope up with me, because of course I'm going to give you the topology for it. Like this is the topology which you will be getting it into the um like chat, like my colleague Nikat might share you later on to the group or something in that way. So this is the topology you're going to practice. We're going to practice, and like I'll try to give you a proper workbook for this, just a free like workbook, so that you can actually just make sure that this gets practiced, and you get some output out of it. So any questions or something in like on this like you want to ask something about it, tell me. Hello.
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah, tell me, please.
For the split tunneling, what you put in the split tunnel? You put DNS into the split tunnel policy?
Yes, the AD server as well as the one which is basically your DNS is gonna be there for that. I didn't exactly put that split tunnel. Just a moment. Let's verify
Yeah,
that.
because I recall in my exam, in my previous exam, the DNS, it was saying that you cannot or you shouldn't include DNS in the split tunnel or something like that. I recall. So the
Talking
DNS
about this one, the DNS name
now
and the split tunnels, right? You
in the
able to see
split
the
tunnel,
screen,
yeah,
right?
in the split
Yeah.
tunnel.
In the split tunnels, I have just added the DNS domain names. Okay, it's not the DNS name; it's the domain name.
No,
Like
but
whenever
here
they
in the network list that you have, the sales HCL, you
Uh,
include the
just a moment. I'll try to like it's actually just a domain name. It's when you connect a network, right? It's basically the domain name should be up, right? If I just go and share you something in that way, like it might help you out. View network and computer settings. Just a moment. Wrong side. We just start with control panel. It's just a name. It's nothing to do with the DNS IP address. Okay, so like it's actually when you go like it's actually just what network you're connected, right? It's just that name. Okay, it's nothing to do with your DNS. Uh, okay, the VPN got disconnected. Yep, the VPN got disconnected. Let me show it out to you again. Like it's just like how I get a network two here, right? This connect any connect will actually get a Cisco.local in there. That's the only difference I'm gonna say. Like it's not like something which is gonna be my DNS server getting connected to that way.
okay.
Connect anyway. Change to the one CISCO @ 123. Login failed. Why is my login getting failed now? Strange. My login is getting failed this time. Let me go ahead and check it into the ICE for this. I think the last command I issued is like facing that Active Directory failed since the user was entered the wrong password. Oh, so it was trying to do the access, and I created a user into the this, and Active Directory came up. So that was an issue. Let me go ahead and create a user there and give an IP this. There is a sales user already present into this. Okay, so BMR users are basically those ones, and the sales user is already present there. So if I have the sales user up and running, which means my my username password will be changed. So now if I type CISCO 0123, okay. Yep, it's getting connected now.
Mhm.
The password got changed, right? So let's see if the tunnels are when the tunnel is up and then we can actually have it in that way. So there was a backup process where actually I created in that way, and like it actually worked in this. Let's see, it's identifying the network. See, you can see the Cisco.local there.
Yeah.
That is what I was trying to do in that way. So it's basically like a, it doesn't looks like a good thing when I actually like I just have a network one or network two. I actually has to see what kind of network is actually connected. That's the reason I was actually trying to put that into the parameters for like ASDN. So whenever the any connect gets connected, it actually shows me what network it is. It's basically like you must be seeing into your company as well. Whenever you connect into a company, your company name will be there for the network. That is
Okay.
the ideal thing to do. Best practice, you know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Got it.
So any other questions or something? Anybody?
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you properly. Tell me.
Oh, mine is just to ask the specs of the computer you're using.
It's kind of like 56 cores and like it's kind of like having 256 GB RAM. So it's a Dell XD 360 sorry, Dell 730 XD, which is a new server, and it's having somewhere around 36 cores, two CPUs which having 36 cores, 36 cores. It's like 72 cores in total. For this Eve, Eve, at least I'm using 56 cores for it because I have multiple devices for it, and the whole configuration, like it actually uses a lot of RAMs. If I just go and show you the nodes which I actually give for the whole lab, just don't mind for the servers because I've actually like the work was not like there, so I've not used it in that way. But if I use a CSR 1000s. I have used ASA 1V, like basically the normal ASA Vs for it. Finance PCs and all, of course, it's going to be Windows. You can use 4 GB RAM for like a Windows and basically like, one core for it. So that way, like you will be able to save the spaces in that way. And yes, for FMCs, I am using the standard. You can actually just go and check it out on Eve like a website. If you go onto the Eve documentations, like just a moment, go on to how to create images. Click any one of it. Like if I go and click Firepower 6 for this lab, I'm using Firepower 6. So I'm using this kind of a machine, which is 5 6, 6.6.90. So for the RAM, I actually have 28,762, which is 28 GB RAM. So I have to like use that these configs. I'm trying to get it on this ones, but it actually is on you how you're like having the PCs and like how you're having a server, and basically you can tune it accordingly. But like I'm using the standard like configurations for it. So for my utilizations, even if like I'm given like this much of RAM and this much of CPU, you can see my utilization is not more than 11% or 19 usage in RAM. So it depends like how the traffic is flowing. Okay, so that's basically when the traffic such as finance is trying to do something about it, like finance or sales or finance PCs are basically trying to run some test or commands or something in that, like they're trying to access the websites and all. Only then the utilization starts increasing. Otherwise, it's like nominal. It's basically like 10 to 15% max. Like I just got 14 now. So it's basically kind of like that way. You can tune it according to yourself. Okay, so like for CSR, of course, I cannot mess it up in CSRs. It's actually taking 4 GB RAMs. What you can do is use IOLs or you can use VIOS. Okay, that way you will be able to save a lot of RAM as well as CPUs on it, because VIOS uses one core and 1 GB RAM. It's like enough for the configurations and all. So like it's better in that way. You can like, of course, for the switch purposes, I have used like my VIOS switch for this. So it's actually just 1 GB RAM and like multiple, like it's just one core for it. For FTDs, of course, like 8 GB RAM and 4 GB core. Sorry, four cores.
What about DNAC?
DNAC is like it's in the lab. It's actually there, but uh, it's kind of like the minimum specs. Even if you go onto the Cisco's website, the minimum specs for a DNAC is like having 1.5 uh, like terabyte of SSD, as well as you actually have to get 256 GB RAM, and you need to get 56 cores minimum, like 2.3 or 2.4 gigahertz core. Okay, so like if I'm talking about that, so it's like a 2.4 core CPU. You need to get 56 cores for it to run properly. Otherwise, you will be getting errors, and your DNAC will never come up. The virtual one as well as the physical one I'm talking about. It's a heavy machine. It's like it's not a easy thing to do, because it's a very huge tool, and it's very costly into the market as well. And for this like lab, I think I'm not going to use a DNAC in this possibly for this. Maybe when we actually come into the topics for DNAC, we will be using DNAC in that time. But for this, it's just an ASA, like it's just ASAs and FTDs and FMCs. I don't think it's actually going to be like necessary for that to get connected to DNAC. So
Will you share the workbook with us?
yes, I'll be like sharing you the workbooks later on into this next week, once I finish the whole lab, and like after that I can actually share you the workbooks. I can give you the the lab which I made, but I think it's gonna be like I'm just gonna give you the topology file, which is gonna be like this file, because like you can create your own lab in that way, and just try to make it in that way, because like why I'm saying this is basically like for me it's a CSR lab. Okay, so like you might not use CSR, you might use an IOL like or iOS, VIOS. So the routers and the switch connectivities might change for you. So I'll give you this file as well as the workbook for it, so that you can practice, and thereby you'll be able to get it out like you get the task done for it accordingly.
Actually, the demo material which you already shared with us, I mean, it contained the entire topology loaded inside a EVE-NG machine. So is that a real one, or I mean, I'm not sure
Sorry,
about that.
the which one?
It contains the logo with um, bookmyracksession.com, something like that.
Book my rack session.
Yeah,
I need to check it out. I think that is like the demo workbook, I guess. Like you're talking about the demo workbook, I guess.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it can be like this lab is actually kind of a replica, or like you can say majority of the things are like exact replica of the real lab, but it is not the real lab. Okay, like I'm talking about is like it is kind of like most of the things are connected in that way. But
Mm-hmm.
this is a whole different thing. Okay, like I'll share the workbook around to you guys, so you'll be able to practice this. But once you see the demo, and this is like actually you'll be finding a lot of similarities in between.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure. So is there any more questions, or should we wind up today?
Just a request from my side. Can you kindly please share the link of this recording? Is
uh,
it possible?
I think yeah, it is possible. I think like I'll tell my colleagues to share it to you guys, and you will be able to like see that later on again.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. So we can wind it up for this, right? Ibrahim, I'll try to share the Eve lab with you guys accordingly, but I said that like I can actually give you the topology and you can create the lab by yourself, because if I give it to you in that way, like you might have the CSRs, you might not have the CSRs. So like it might create, like you might have to create the lab by yourself. So I can give you the version numbers and all, but it's like a you know what? I'll put it into the workbook, and I think I'll like it's a better thing to do it for you guys. I'll put it into the workbook and share it to you guys. That's right. It's Dell 730 XD. I know that it's going to be like creating the lab from the scratch, but it will actually help you to develop the connectivity and remember that connectivity when you're going for the lab. So just that's the reason I'm talking about it. If you need the CSR routers, yeah, you can. Like it's not a problem. Yeah, you can add the CSR routers, but it's like not everybody is like going to have that kind of like things. If I just show you what a CSR router is, like what I'm using into this lab, I'm using a 1000V, which is basically with XE16.X. Okay, so like when I'm seeing that for one router, it's like one core as well as 4 GB RAM. So like I'm currently using 7 routers in total, and like it's like 7 fours. Like you can calculate, your RAM will be actually utilized in that way. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's a heavy lab. It's not even like that. So yeah, if you have that kind of a server, I think I'll like drop the topology as well with you guys. Not a problem. I'll drop the topology. Just like the images is going to be like your end. Okay. Okay. So the next session is going to be on 26th of July, and we're going to do it on same time, which is going to be like 2 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. IST. Okay. So thank you for guys. Thank you for joining, and hope that this is informative for you guys. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.